All right, gamers, we're back. Click on the tab for... I should know. If there's a tab in the game that says normal, I'm the type of dude that should be clicking on that. Unless one of them says casual. But then sometimes casual matches you up with competitive people who washed out of competitive because they don't like losing, so they go to casual to beat up on casuals. It's a complicated world we live in. It's a complicated world we live in, people. So we know that ambergris is kind of garbage, but turbo's pretty good. On the other hand, Vanessa's amulet is good and it's turbo. I think we could make this work, man. We do need to get something that has a good chance to crit, though.
Any good fights lately?
Or a fast attack speed. Okay, well, there's a crit build waiting here. There is also a Lanjan build waiting. This is an interesting one, because Lanjan can be... It can be a certain type of fella, I think, in this meta. 20% crit chance. What would I want to see? I mean, if I'm being real with you, I think we win this fight for one. Toxic Fang would be a possible build-around weapon. Fang with crit chance could be a helpful weapon. And I've got to remember, as Vanessa, it's like, I feel increasingly like the Vanessa meta, as I understand it, is spam. Any chance you could just go a little faster here? You're stressing me out. So instead of having like one good weapon you build around, you have like 7 decent weapons and they just don't have anything that they can do to stop it. But we want to scale Lanjan, obviously. And then a skill. Leftmost shield item is plus 20 shield. Probably not likely to matter too much. How about just go here and just see, because if there's a Lanjan in here, that would really hit the spot. I do think you buy it for the future.
Huge things.
And these kind of... they fit together, man. Like, na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. You know what I'm saying? I feel, though, that, like, at its core... I'm not too confident for day one, by the way, but I feel like at its core, this is a katana build waiting to happen. What do you got? An icy Zora acid and a piranha. Honestly, I have no idea. Please crit. Wait, something crit and then got hasted, right? I mean, it's a battle. No, I think we lose. Unless you crit. Oh. Hold. You crit maybe and then haste. Yeah, I think we're cooked, I'm afraid. It was so close, man. I mean, we lost by like 100 HP, but like we were also half a second away from Lanjan popping. I feel like this is Shadow Cloak, Crow's Nest, Cutlass, and then it's like, I don't want to say it's endlessly hasting, but it's doing some work. Handedness? Handedness? Handedness goes insane here.
I spent half my life mastering.
And then, yes, and then
9 years.
You go onto the board. The more things we have that can crit, the better off we're going to be. Now, if we get Shadow Cloak, I think we're in a great spot. You want to see more crits, more hasting, more bounties. What did she say? Something like that. No crits. Okay, we hold. We hit. I guess we should have our Cutlass with the handedness bonus. That's a crit that hastes the Lanjan. That's the things you'd love to see. More? Another crit, man. We're going to get there. Another crit. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. They're not gonna get us. We're gonna get them. They're not gonna... We got them! Shadow Cloak. Oh, Shadow Cloak would be such a bounty on a day like today. Shadow Cloak. To sleep perchance, to dream of a Shadow Cloak. Would you? Alright, we're chill. We're still chill. I would love to see items from you.
Profit 10.
That's pretty good.
Have to leave already.
Doesn't upgrade the enchantment. I feel like the enchantment is actually pretty solid. We buy that for future purposes.
Come back for a refund.
Sure, man. Sure.
You're busy.
You give a better crit bonus, right? So at 35% crit chance now. I feel like Yeti Crab for 2 is just worth holding. It's just worth having him in the pocket. Now, if we're being realistic, the upgrade here... I mean, you could get Silver Aquatics. I feel like the upgrade here is Lanjon. Because as of right now, we're straddled between 2 archetypes. The Cutlass archetype and the Lanjon archetype. And the thing is, the Lanjon gets way better the more it's upgraded. The Cutlass does not get that much better. You have to upgrade it via other sources. Alright, this looks pretty bad. They got a lot of damage out here. And more HP than me. No knee brace, so there is that. But that's... Oh man, that's nasty. That's horrible. Now, you can't really be mad about that. It's not like if we had just shuffled our items up a little bit, it would have come together. That one was just not going to happen. Okay. Weapons. Weapons are the types of things we could be interested in, man. Similarly, I think a shovel given a silver smalls. I want to keep my bag simplified, I'm sorry to say. And the silver shovel mogs a bronze fishing rod, which would be a hilarious thing to get there. Okay, honestly, Shark Claws actually fits with the type of stuff that we got going on here. I don't really want to transform when I could just get something that I know is good. And I think I'm the type of beast. You have Cutlass, but what level is your Cutlass? Tempest Flame Dancer. It's a bronze Cutlass, I think. So it wouldn't combine with ours to make it fiery, unfortunately. Cinders. I mean, Sharpening Stone is pretty good, but I think we gotta go for XP. What the heck is Hoover Bike Hooligan, man? This is a different sort of fella than I'm used to. We gotta be a little careful because, like, the Lanjon needs to win for us to scale. And I think I've made a huge mistake. That's a nice crit, but I need a little more. Oh! Oh, it was getting spooky. I would love to see the talisman, even though it's only 5%. There's something to do with Gunner. We can find something to do with that. That got way scarier than I expected, man. Honestly, I feel like we could be pogging up over an ammo item to put on the board. You crit so often that you would give us haste. I don't know where I'm going to put you, to be fair, but... our board will expand at some point. Okay, well, something's got to give. Realistically... Sorry, my screen broke. And then double the effects. Leftmost weapon gains 10 damage. No weapon spam Vanessa. This might be like a be careful what you wish for type of situation.
It makes this more fun.
What do you got? Drill? Do I see a drill? I see a drill, people! But the drill's been changed, right? The drill's gone bad. Let's see some 35% crit chances. Let's make some people upset. That's a crit, which means we get some haste. We're done. We're done. I'm about to crash out. The days are a millisecond long each. Are you noticing that, or is that just me? The new meta is you look at your opponent's board and you know that you will be killed in under 2 seconds unless you kill them in under a second and a half. Is that what we're doing here? Welp. Some ammo items. I don't really want you. I do kind of want you. Go off in 4 seconds. You go off in... I think you've had your time in the sun, man. And I honestly think, well, how are you going to get there? Because you're going to sell this, of course, and this. I think this is your play. 6 seconds. It does double crit damage. I'm going to keep you on the left. I like what we got. I like what we got. I'll gain the regen then. I'm putting it to the test, man. I don't even know what Prince Marianas does. But I think we can take him. Source, I made it up. But 1200 HP. He got mad weapons too. I ain't trying to hear that. I told you, dude. I told you. He's a baby. He's nothing. He's nothing. He's nothing. It's just the other players that are incredible. He's nothing. That might be worth keeping in the bag just in case we want to try for a pivot or something. I'm sorry. I don't even know if I want to hold that. It's just, it's frustrating to me. I would happily just take the flat 10% crit chance, knowing that it also gives us some haste. And I firmly believe we could take basically anybody we're going up against here. And Diamond Fangs, I mean, a shiny Fang would hit the spot here. Diamond Fangs, basically anything you could give me, you might be the perfect enemy to fight, man. Anything you could give me, I would be happy to have. Even a Bronze Pelt at least has some utility for us. But some of them are better than others, that's for sure. That's one of them. So I feel like the Bayonet gets greatly outclassed by Shiny Fang. Which I do want to, because even though it doesn't do double crit damage, it goes off twice as much, which effectively means it does do double crit damage in a way. Local man lose by the light of the moon. You guys listen to 80s Dylan much? Not me so much, not me. More of a 60s, 70s guy, like everybody else, but I can see the problem here. The problem is that Shoeblade is really bad. That's going to make it difficult to accomplish much. Okay, so let me think about what we want. Crow's Nest is not... It has not been the standout that I need this patch. It's been losing to spam weapons. Small and large. I think we just want... Well, first off, we want to sell and sell. And probably sell. I guess there's smalls. We would really love to see an upgrade for you. You have a tool, property, friend, or ammo. We do. We kind of do. I'm choosing not to care. You're interesting. And you crit with another item, charge this 1 second. The thing is, it's just like, what do you give up to make that space? And I don't have a good answer for you right now. Because I don't fully know what I'm aiming for.
The dunes? Where shall we start?
When you slow charge, I mean, Femur can be...
Hey, you're a natural.
Hang on, brother. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? It's like... It's a Magnus's Femur Electric Eels build. What do we want to have? I guess it doesn't... I'm thinking. We do want you to crit for more haste. We like that. We pull this. Put Shark Claws. It's 20 damage. 20 damage is not nothing. Just give me a second to try this, okay? Is what I'm trying to say. Although, dude, getting more shiny fangs. Imagine if we got a second shiny fang. An interesting idea. It's just fun. You got to give it a chance. The problem is you don't have many items that go off, so like our eels are not going to be like this might not be representative of how like the build is supposed to work. You can see what I'm getting at. They use anything, it charges eels. Eels go off, charges femur. Femur gets scaled. Bummer, but still pretty good.
Tyrant's whole kingdom.
Let's take the tyrant's whole kingdom. Who's with me, guys? What do you got for me? That's nice. That's nice no matter what we end up rocking. We don't really have any bronzes we want to upgrade. We have unaquatic. I can't help but feel like we'd be better off with the shield though. Some bronze tier neutrals. What about the slow buffer? This is like a given. And then I'm honestly like, eels is the straw that stirs the drink. I've kind of decided that I think this should just be an eels femur run because it's the most unique.
That's been sitting there 20 years.
Like that, we haven't really run Magnus's femur, so I feel like we kind of owe it to ourselves to give it a chance. And to be honest, I just don't know what I would apply the bronze shadow cloak to. So I'm gonna say that it's just not a fit for what we're running right now.
Trash is tragedy.
Got no space for that. Got no space for that, little bro. And if that's the case, if this is what we're gonna be running, well, we got to make some tough decisions, unfortunately.
You're doing your part to clean up the bazaar.
We would also love your crit chance to rise. Because you're probably going to go off most frequently. Okay. We're about to fight. Is this what we want? We want the extra crit chance. We want the weapon scaling. We have no survivability whatsoever, but nothing in our bag really changes that. I do want to put you out on the board. Because you could crit so often and cause haste. But I guess we're just relying on our eels to get charged from, like we don't, our enemies will charge our items for us, possibly killing us in the process. Like this looks rough just because that double barrel is really good, but this is also why we took some shielding before. The slow is nice. Oh, what a crit too, man. And dread it, run from it, Magnus arrives, all the same. Okay. Okay. So what are we looking for? Other stuff that scales on... we had space. Other stuff that scales on slow. I think I'm acknowledged as... You know, you're a great transformation target. I'm not going to sell you, but I'm going to sell you, and I'm going to sell you, and I'm going to sell you. Just to simplify my life a little bit. Non-weapon items, that's a roll. Skill upgrades, that's a take. Is that crit chance? It's got to be the crit chance, man. Because the crits also haste. And small and mediums, it's... For me, it's got to be 5% max health. Regen optional. You are a haster. You're kind of nutty, though. You're kind of cracked. Like, the shark is not to be trifled with this week. This week? This meta. Whatever you want to call it. I don't know, man. I don't know its name. I just know the sound it makes when it takes a man's life. You ever see Tropic Thunder? This is interesting. I can't help but feel Magnus's femur, when upgraded, may actually get charged 3 seconds per slow as well, which would kind of go crazy. Well, but, or maybe Eels charges 2 seconds. Let me see. Eels, when upgraded, charges more. Magnus's femur, when upgraded, does not charge more. It scales damage faster. So, we certainly go Eels. Oh, and if we could lower the cooldown on Eels, just a petit peu. Imagine, man. Okay, we get to go this guy too. What do you have again? When you use a weapon, it gains 4% crit chance. Not great. But I wouldn't mind, I mean, Eagle Talisman, obviously I wouldn't mind. But I also wouldn't mind Obsidian Fang, just as something to possibly transform, although I doubt it. That's totally fine with me. And I absolutely think it still goes on the Eels, because the Eels are going to go off most frequently. Give me a small non-weapon. I'm saving up, man. Now, you would start with a little bit of a charge if I popped you out here. And honest, if I'm being real with you, I don't think we need the scaling from Shark Claws. We can just replace it with the 2 smalls instead. Because the Shark Claws are like... The 20 damage pales in comparison to the damage that the Femur can do. It's not nothing, but it's not really what we're built for here. Lifesteal Flagship definitely scares me. But multicast is not necessary. Like, multicast on our opponent is not necessarily bad for us, man. Unless we just die. Which is actually plausible. Now that I'm looking at it. Just go off quick! No, we were this close! We were this close. Okay, that's okay. I think this, I'm taking this as proof positive that our build has legs. It would go crazy if we could get a lifesteal skill, though. This is the one, man. It's a mandala, and it's transformed this. Even though it's not bad. Okay, shiny hand axe is not what we want. We just run it back, we transform it again. We'll get something that hits the spot. I borderline promise you.
Tomorrow, if not this life.
This is a convenient way to say I have no idea, but sure, dude. You know what? It's only 5% crit chance. I know the slows would also scale us quite nicely, but I want the chance to crit early too.
Hand it over.
How much damage are you giving? 15 damage. Shiny. Okay. Obviously, I mean, maybe there's something to be said about spices, but we kind of just want... Well, I mean, improvised bludgeon would be pretty good for once. But bonk is like that's the be-all, end-all. Don't make me say my Montreal Canadiens third-line center joke again. Spices, I just don't know what to do with you. But I do know you would have ammo. Interesting. Give me regen. We need to stay alive, even if it's not much. You don't really need mediums. I mean, these days are whipping by pretty quick. And if I lose... Oh, no, if I lose this one, I'm not on lethal. Okay. Oh, Spider Mace. I mean, Spider Mace would go off pretty frequently, man. I feel like it might rinse you, actually. But then, to what end? Like, what's the point? You just put spices out here instead, and if you make it to 9 seconds, you're... Oh, it's only going to scale based on pet rock, man. Give me something with a crit chance out there. The board's not totally set yet, okay? I don't want to be running Silver Clamora long term. I don't want to be running Silver Pet Rock long term. Snowmobile, what are we doing here? Looks like they're like an endless shielder. I think you're in trouble. You're not as in trouble as I thought you were, to be honest. Nah, you're in trouble. What do we need? Another transform on the axe. Thank you so much. You knew exactly what I wanted, man. And then, like, don't become a weapon. Become, like, a utility item of some sort. I think it's, like, it's offensively bad again. But that's okay. Non-weapon items. Maybe there's something that we could rework our board with here. I don't want... I mean, I could pull you and run spices, but we need the spices to go off so fast. And you need aquatics next to you, which we don't really rock. We're not intending to, at least. The haste is something. I think this is still a nothing.
Now this is how you win the war.
And I think I want silver loots. I don't know what I want, though. Not that is an easy answer. Should be able to take Wandering Shoal. I just feel like we need that upgrade on Eel as soon as possible. Magnus's Femur, it would be nice to get an upgrade as well, but it's Eel, man. Dude, this is huge for us. Every time my Eel goes off, their Eel goes off, which makes Magnus get charged. Like, this is actually a good and fairly unique build for me, especially the the while everything from the eels to the
As
right.
spineless as a jellyfish.
Okay, we don't care for that, but it's gold. Health and toughness items. I mean, there's got to be something to that, right? There's got to be something to health and wellness here. More than 25 damage on our items, I think. Jason items have plus 25% crit chance. I mean, that allows us to cut you and run you, and then possibly run spices? Like, am I insane to say that? Or do you just run this in the middle, and every 2.5 seconds, you get 1 second of haste? Get in the bag, bro. To be honest with you, I feel like I should have bought silencer too.
I got it.
Just because it's got an enchantment on it. Now, if I'm being real with you, I really don't care for basically any of these. I'm selling the shovel just because small silvers at least, are unlikely to move the needle today. Yes.
Warms my rusty
Yes.
circuits to see that.
No. Yes. Yes.
That's
We still got lots of money. Accuse me of a lot on this run. One thing you could not accuse me of is not experimenting. Now, the only question I have is, do we need this Clamora? Or would we be content to run something else? The Clamora, it gets you started, but I can't help but feel like the spices might just be a lot better. Now, dually that doesn't freeze. I don't know. I even know if that class of dually exists. But a dually that doesn't freeze would be really nice, because we're very susceptible to freeze. Destroy another small item on each player's board. That's spooky. Atomic Clock. We have charge items, so I feel like Atomic Clock doesn't totally screw us. That doesn't even bother me, man. That doesn't even bother a fella such as myself. Now, this is one of those situations where I gotta be honest with you. I'm not sure that I can evaluate that our run is good based on this performance, because I feel like this dually was just in, like, meme town. Like, I don't know what half of these items are. But maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe it is. Move them on over. We don't really need 1 damage from a red gumball. We need something to take us even further beyond. Iceberg kind of seems to work counter to
Rally,
eels.
men, blades to the wind.
Okay, enchanted item with slow effects. I'm sorry to do this. I have to look at this for a second. What about incendiary rounds? Incendiary rounds. Heavy. When you use an adjacent item, slow an item for 1 second. Because I was thinking about you. Every 2.5 seconds you would slow an item. Which end haste these two. But if I were to put incendiary rounds out there, every time we slowed an item, we'd slow again. Which would charge you a lot faster. And then I might as well look at swashbuckle. It can't get it. So I'm being real with you. I actually think, as crazy as it sounds, you put it on the wheel. You override the shield enchantment. The reason is, it's a reliable source of slow that will speed up the slows and speed you up. And I still feel like I don't want to override a shiny with a heavy when I could just transform a shiny. Because shiny could be really good for us. And we could easily dump you. Now, we could be looking for burn items.
Big bargain.
Sadly not applicable. To try to get like a lighthouse. But I don't feel like lighthouse is what we're looking for. Because lighthouse is burn. We're not trying to burn. We're trying to slow and smack. You All weapons have lifesteal. Oh, foul creature. Please. I believe in the power of this, man. It's charging a little bit faster. I'm not saying a lot, it's charging a little bit faster.
Incredible.
It seems like, well, how many times did you go off, buddy? It seems like you did like 2,500 damage or something in a few seconds. That's pretty good. My instincts are on point, bro. Didn't get what we wanted, but you have to fish there. I still think we can dump spices. I don't think it's critical. Mac, dude, you might have Magnus's Femur in there. I don't know. Transform into a silver copy of a small, non-legendary item. You could have a second spices, I guess. I still don't think that's that important, though. And these are not related to what we're going for. Sadly useless, but interesting nonetheless. Transform. This is the given. You are going to transform this lad. Flicking me. Shiny revolver flicking me. I've lost all confidence again. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. You're a burn build with a fiery grenade that's gonna hurt a lot, and a dragon skills. Are there dragon skills in there? I honestly don't know what your build does. If we win this, I'll be feeling a lot better about myself, though. That's for sure. More. I knocked over my PlayStation 5. I was so excited. Because that's a Vanessa that was on like 7 wins. We didn't make it by much, but we made it. The Bazaar is back, baby. The Bazaar is back. It's got to be items. Obviously, you peep. Obviously, you peep. No shot, bro. No shot. There's still so much room for improvement. Like, you need to be upgraded. Why not? That's 3 slows, man. It might come in handy. You need to be upgraded. You need to be upgraded. You need to be upgraded. Freeze, weapon, skills unique to Vanessa.
I'm done with Pelaga.
First 10 times you use an aquatic haste a weapon seems disgusting. Even if there is perma haste. Transform it, man. You know where we're going here. I'm not letting the shiny go to waste. Shiny pearl. I might be the type of beast that could accept a shiny pearl, to be honest with you. We have 2 aquatic items. That might not be enough. I feel like Void Colossus ruins our life. I gotta test this against the hulking experiment. I don't really want anything you got to... Although, well... No, I don't think I want anything you got, but... We're doing some serious damage. It might be time to say goodbye to Turbo Vanessa's amulet. I do like the crit chance that it's given us, but the haste is pretty quickly becoming irrelevant, I think. Hey, you put spices back on the board. That's 2 regen in your pocket.
Are you prepared?
2 ammo. I mean, dude, okay, you know what? You sold me. You sold me on transforming this one yet again. And putting spices out here. If we live long enough, it goes off 3 times.
Imagine the wonders waiting for us in the ground.
I'm not taking a silver disguise at this stage of my life. Nah, you got to be flicking me with that. I mean, you know, it's just an interesting idea. This person has incredible stats. I would say we probably lose. But if we could haste those, maybe you put the haste on the spices instead, man. You get the spices going quick. When you freeze, charge this 4 seconds. That seems kind of nasty. Stop that. Right this instant. Stop that this instant.
No hard feelings, right?
That's just a really good pig build. Obviously, I'm very happy with 5 wins today because the run is funny. I don't really want to enchant an item with burn effects. I want to enchant our eels with something. I don't really know what. I mean, freeze would be crazy. Are they heavy? I mean, heavy eel, that's at least it's gonna slow things like crazy. And then as insane as it may sound or look, double hasted spices, man, I don't know. I don't have a good answer for you for why this is the way, but I think it could be a lot of fun. We're also, I mean, if they rely on actually using their items, good luck, brother, because they're gonna be, it's gonna be treacle, as they say back in the Victorian era. Shiny Silencer is insane. Is it so insane that we no longer have to run Magnus's Femur? And instead you run a 2.4 second eel and then just double its damage as much as possible? Let's see how it does against Lord of the Wastes. I mean, I feel like this could be like really, really funny. The eel kind of goes off, man. He kind of goes off. And that's against an enemy that didn't really even have a chance to attack. I don't really need to improve my weapons too much here. I don't need medium. I kind of do need mediums, honestly. Don't really need poison. I could use an upgrade to you. So a haste shop is kind of potentially important. Do not mind that. Nothing there, sadly. I'm excited for this final fight, at least. This, like, full eel build is very interesting to me.
Greetings, old friend. I'm pleased to
I don't know, brother. What would you do? Realistically, I mean, Clamora at least has its effect work at the start of the fight. It's shiny!
Ride that tide.
Slow 4 items for 1 second times 2. Upgrade an item. You could upgrade you for the extra haste, but I think we upgrade you so you get the extra charge. So every time an enemy uses an item, you're gonna go off. I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like there's definitely ways to beat this, but on paper, this run is really something. Freeze is really bad for us, or just killing us insanely quickly. But I do feel like life comes at you fast. It might come at me fast as well, but then when the spices go off, it gets real nasty, brother. If we could just find a way to get the spices popping a little quicker. There's some stuff here. That's all I'm going to say is there's some stuff here. You're done, bud. You're done, bud. You're done, bud. And Magnus, I'm almost tempted to put you out there, Magnus, but I gotta put some respect on this guy. I'm sorry. These just aren't as good as I need them to be. I understand the multiplication aspect, but even though these look worse, because they're not that much worse. Not taking they're not worth the percentage of our net worth that they're asking for. Let's put it that way. This is, on the other hand.
It is their place.
You can't beat me because I have a charge item. Even if you freeze it, you can't stop me. I'm gonna be inside of your walls. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. It worked. I told you it would work.
Target threat level 8.
The one thing obviously I'd love to have lifesteal, but I would really love to have our,
How you win the war.
well, you gotta have a slow skill, right? Just to see what it is.
This thick, slow river. You'd
I'll pay.
understand.
You have one weapon, its cooldown is reduced by 5% while your enemy has a slowed item. Well, I think when you slow, your crit chance goes up by 3, seems pretty valuable here. I forgot what I was going to say that I needed. Oh, a faster way, like a way for spices to go faster would hit the spot. What do you got for me, brother? Diamond catfish, I'm afraid. All right, well, I still... Dualies, they could kill us. Let me start by saying that. But they tend to go wide, which means more opportunities for eels, unless I see a blue beetle in here. Which I don't, but I do see a lot of burn, for sure. You already know how I'm feeling. You already know how I'm feeling, and I'm feeling pretty darn good about it. 7 wins. With a run that was... I was crashing out earlier. The pivot is beyond my normal abilities, let's put it that way. I mean, it's very unlikely. I can't even imagine what item I would want to see. But we gotta try. Dive weights is really good. Dude, am I crazy to think that I beat them with this? Don't break a good item. Breaking the wheel is okay. We do need our spices to go off, though, before they break them again. I knew it, man. I knew it. What do you think, guys? Another spices? I can't. I have too much faith in our... It's fun, but our build is already fun. So I can't... Because if it destroys eels, the whole thing just falls apart. We're never going to need the extra ammo, but you might as well apply it at least. How about an extra level? It's going to happen.
You have great potential.
First time you burn? First, when you use a tool, I gotta pay extra. We don't need the ammo either. All right, I can't afford that. Sorry, that's my bad. Sorry, Magnus. I really appreciate how you carried us through the mid game. Upgrade an item. It's got to be the extra haste so that these charge that much faster. 7 win Mac on level 17. It's kind of crazy. What do you got? Oh, 1,000 smalls. They're a poison build. We're lucky we haven't run into many freezes, man. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to tempt fate.
I have no pride.
We may stand a chance. Like, that wasn't... There was never a doubt in my mind that we were going to make that one. I don't care if you got a 724... lifesteal obsidian yo-yo. It's not going to happen against the eel build that we got going on here. Dig site and no rerolls. Just take whatever you can get. I don't think we have 3 tools, man. Take whatever you can get for parts. Then, and again, I can't stress enough, it would have to be incredible. It's not going to be that. We're a bit of a slow starter, but I believe that there is a chance that I could rinse you. We would love for spices to go off as soon as possible. I mean, I guess I have 6,000 HP. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. When you use a large item, haste another item for 4 seconds. I'm using large items non-stop, bro. Okay, never mind.
Let's take a tyrant's whole kingdom.
Let's take his whole kingdom, Vanessa. I'm in if you're in.
Now, I'll tell you your weakness. That's for me to celebrate.
First time you crit, freeze an item for 4 seconds. The longer an enemy's frozen, the more time we have to pop off. We don't really want smalls and larges, man. To be honest with you, if anything, we could use more HP to get our engine running. Get out on the highway type stuff, looking for adventure. Whatever comes my way. This might be like the most HP I've ever had as Vanessa. Which again, I want to stress, does not mean I think we can't lose. I totally think we can lose. But I think we salvaged a great run from the ashes. No freeze, no freeze, no freeze. Obsidian the boulder, that's something you don't like to see. I'd love to freeze you if possible. Slowing you is a big one. Freezing you, it's over. You can't recover from that. They're slowing my stuff too, though. Wait, they don't do... They've got me because they don't have items that do anything. So my eel didn't get to. You're a genius. You're a genius. I'm not even mad. I'm a little mad. You're a genius, though. I had a great time with this run. The game is it's still good. It's still good. Okay, as long as you can make it past like day 3, getting blown up in 2 seconds. If you enjoyed it, click the like button. I've said a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future. I'll see you next time. Later.